Nintendo has committed crimes against humanity and they must be punished! Just kidding, they just shut down the Wii U and 3DS eShops. Or they're going to, not even a year from now, so it's just not, who cares? Nintendo announced a few days ago that they were going to be shutting down the 3DS and Wii U eShops respectively, and the internet lost their minds. This has never happened before in video games, and I know you're like, yeah, but we're mad about game preservation. We'll get to that. We'll get to that in a minute. The internet lost their minds, I can't believe Nintendo would do such a thing. Saw so many YouTubers, Spawnwave, RGT, everybody, Dreamcast guy crying on Twitter. Everybody was crying about this. None of you give a shit. None of you care. Literally none of you care. They're like, there's gonna be exclusive games that are gonna be lost on these eShops. Exclusive 3DS eShop games. I look up the games that are exclusive, I'm like, Pushmo and Box Boy or some shit, the most random, obscure, niche shit that probably didn't sell well to begin with, that it didn't warrant a fucking physical release. It's stuff that no one cares. Dreamcast guy put a little tweet out I'm so mad they're doing this. I'm just literally why? Why are you mad? Because you don't use this. You literally don't. It's just fake. It just feels like fake outrage to me. They're acting like people down the line, years from now, are gonna buy a 3DS and be like, man, I cannot wait to play Pushmo. Let me go download it off the... Oh no! Pushmo's gone forever? Who gives a fuck? And obviously, I'm sure the ROM has been dumped. It's been dumped at this point. And Rich made a comparison oh yeah, I know that some Super Nintendo games are rare, but you can go buy them on eBay. Well, you can go play the dumped ROM, you motherfucker. You can do this shit. You can go out of your way. You want to play this game? Go play it. Nintendo, why would they keep online services for consoles over a decade old? Why would they keep these online? It costs them money. They have to use server power to run these online storefronts, okay? Probably over 6 figures to run a year, to run maybe even more than that, to run Wii U and 3DS eShops respectively, when no one is buying shit on there. This is a business decision that Nintendo made. They said, well, we're not really making enough money to justify continuing... Fuck, I forgot to silence my phone. We're not making enough money to justify continuing to support these services. Oh my god. And you're like, well, the niche games, we need the niche games. Sean, like I said, the ROMs have already been dumped. I'm sure they gave us a year out. Nintendo said, hey, we're shutting down the eShop late March 2023. That's more than a year. Get your fucking happy ass over there and download all these bullshit games that I know you're not gonna do because you don't give a fuck, because none of you give a shit. You're just saying this. No one cares. No, you're not going over there going, I can't wait to get my awesome niche 3DS eShop exclusive games that no one gives a fuck about. Can't wait to have those and never play them. This is gonna be awesome. No one cares, but they're giving you a year. They're giving you over a year to get your affairs in order and go get these random games. Obviously all the other games, Mario 3D Land, all the other games that are released physical, they're still gonna work. This is only affecting these niche games that no one gives a fuck about. And then the point of game preservation, they're like, oh my god, it's terrible. We need these games preserved. The companies that made the games have them, for sure. Obviously there are cases where they accidentally delete stuff and blah, 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 and everything. Lose source codes, etc. But like I said earlier, the ROMs have been dumped. What else do you want? You want every single game ever made to have a physical release guaranteed or always forever be available on an eShop? That just doesn't make sense business-wise. Are you a child? I don't understand. This just doesn't make sense. And on top of that, game preservation, I'm sorry here. I know I'm the villain in this whole video. I know everybody's gonna be really upset at me for this. But does anybody really give a fucking goddamn shit about preserving every game? Every game? Obviously we want to preserve Mario 64, preserve Metal Gear Solid, preserve all these other games that are icons and just absolute legendary status in the video game world, classics through and through, and even the lesser titles, and even the lesser titles, but you're scraping the bottom of the barrel this needs to be preserved. This random bullshit Picross game better be preserved or I'm gonna be pissed about it. No, I just don't think so. We don't need to preserve every game. Not every game deserves to be preserved. You're saying 40 years from now, you're gonna show someone this fucking random bullshit eShop game that was on there and go, look, we preserved this. Look at this game. Can you see it? And the person's just looking at it uh-huh. Okay, well, I need to leave. I actually need to leave because you've pissed me off and wasted my time preserving that. No one gives a fuck. I'm sorry. I'm just being real here. No one gives a fuck about these games. No one's gonna give a fuck ever, okay? The smallest, tiniest, niche minority group of people are gonna ever care about this. It's not a big deal. I don't give a fuck. Like, who cares? Shut down the eShop. Shut it down, baby, because I'm not using it. You're not either. So quit lying, all right? Sorry, I had to rant. I just had to rant because I've seen this on social media, all over YouTube. Everybody's just fucking pissing their pants, angry at Nintendo for this. I'm just like, who gives a fuck? Like, I will call Nintendo out on their bullshit any day of the week. I love calling Nintendo on their bullshit because I love Nintendo, but this is just fucked. Like, no one gives a shit. Come on, get real! And I could be wrong because I'm an idiot. Don't forget that. The Beanie Boys are here. You want to be a Beanie Boy? Hit the join button down below for as low as 99 cents a month. And all it is 99 cents a month, actually. You can support me, the channel, etc., and you'll become an official Beanie Boy member. It would be amazing, and I do love you. I love all the Beanie Boys, and I love you just for watching, commenting, subscribing, anything you do, even dislike, coming and saying, man, you are one simp cuck bitch for defending Nintendo on this one. Not defending Nintendo, just saying, realistically, who gives a flying a fuck? See you in the next one.